Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I want to discuss why you may want to consider replacing your factory lug nuts with some aftermarket ones. So the first step, we're going to go ahead and jack up the car just to take some pressure off of the wheel there. Alright, so now what we want to do is grab our lug nut socket, and mine happens to be a 19. Go ahead and put this on here. And okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Now this is the lug nut off of, let me see if I can focus on this here. There we go. So this is the lug nut off of this vehicle, and it looks normal. However, what most people don't realize is there's an actual nut inside here, and in these chrome covers, they're usually made of either aluminum or tin or something much softer. And so what I ended up finding out was one of our last trailers had these on here, and after you replace these a couple times, sometimes this cover will actually slip and start rotating, you know, around this, and then you get this thing stuck. And you don't want to be in a situation where you're stuck on the side of the road and you're having to remove this, and then this thing spins and then you can't get it off. And then you have to use what's called a lug nut extractor tool, and let me grab one of those. So I ordered about 2 or 3 of these different lug nut extractor tools, and none of these worked actually for me. I actually had to go to my local tire shop, and they had a pair of the actual Snap-on brand ones, which kind of have these like diamond shaped edges around them, and that was able to get one of these that was removed. So let me pull another one here and I'll show you what a damaged one looks like. Okay, so this is, as you can see on this one, the top is actually missing on this one here. And yeah, let me see here, I can focus on that there. So that one's missing. This is what it originally looked like. So the top of this one fell off, but sometimes this outer edge will actually kind of get rounded and start spinning around. So what I ended up doing was I'm going to replace these cheap ones with some actual one-piece. So let me grab those. So I just ordered an entire kit here. This is the McGard. I've had good luck with these in the past. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But as you can see, they make all kinds of different types. So what you want to make sure that you order is, 1, you want to know the actual thread size, and then 2, whether it's, you know, conical or flat or has a tapered edge. So you want to make sure that you get the right, the matching edge on this one. So let's get this box opened up. All right, so let's get this opened up here. All right, so here are the nuts themselves, and if we check these out, as you can see, these are one piece, so we don't have to worry about that aluminum or tin top coming off. So these are, you know, they're more expensive, but you don't have to worry about them getting stuck on there in the future. They actually look a lot nicer too. And they come with the locks on these ones. So this particular kit that I ordered came with, here's the tool, and, whoops, actually, not the tool, these are the actual locks. So you're gonna have one per wheel, and then you have the extractor, the tool, to actually be able to lock into these. So let's get started with removing all these here. All right, So now I got all the lug nuts removed. One thing I wanted to point out was what I do like about this socket is it has a plastic cover over it, so that way it actually doesn't scratch the rim. So that's a little bonus. Okay, so now I'm going to put the new ones on, and what I want to do for this is let's go ahead and lift this up just a little bit, just so that the wheel can spin a little bit. That way I can know they're going on straight. So there's 4 standard lug nuts. This is actually a 5 lug, so I have 4 standards and 1 lock. Now you can buy the kit for all 5 standards with no locks, or you can put all locks on them. But and the last one here is the lock. Whoops. So I'm going to need my tool here. So I got the lock with the adapter and in the same standard 19 socket. So, all right, now the next step is to go ahead and torque down the lug nuts, and you're going to want to check with your owner's manual or the manufacturer settings. In my situation, this is actually going to be 90 foot-pounds. So I have a manual torque wrench here, and so let's see if I can focus on this here. It's not one of those fancy digital ones. So this one, there's a reading here. So I want to set it to 90, so I'm just going to loosen up the screw down here. Let's spin this, oops, to get to 90. So let me see here, 70. 80, 90, so 90 right there. And as you can see, there's there's numbers on here. So you got 90, then jumps to 110, and so I can set it to 92, 93, 94, but again, I'm gonna set mine to 90 right there. And then you just tighten this, and that way this is now set to 90. And you'll hear it click. All right, now that we're ready to tighten these, remember we lifted this tire up. So if we go to tighten this, what's going to end up happening is it's probably going to spin the wheel. Yeah, see? So we need to lower the jack just enough so it's touching the ground. There we go. So now when we tighten these, because they've already been hand tightened, but now when we push this down here, there you go. So once it hears clicked, we'll back off and then we'll click it again. So you always want to do a double click. So another thing is, you don't want to go in a circle. You want to go from across from each other. So we start on this side, we'll jump over to this side here. 1, 2, okay. And we'll jump back over to this side here. Down here. Okay, and lastly, the one with the lock, so we'll use this adapter. Put it on, let's see. Let's get the catch, there we go. And that's it. There. Now they're all torqued. And what I'll do is let me move on to another one and I'll show you before and after so you see the comparison. Okay, so I just wanted to compare all 3. So if we zoom in here, so this is the OEM, here's the aftermarket McGard, and then here's the aftermarket McGard with the lock on it. Thanks for sticking around until the end. So we discussed why maybe replacing the OEM lug nuts may be a good idea with some aftermarket ones that are solid one piece. If there's anything that I left out that you feel like others may benefit from or know, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, I'll actually leave links for all the parts that I use in the description as well. If you did find this video helpful, feel free to hit the like button. And if you want to be notified of any future videos I come out with, feel free to subscribe too. I appreciate you tuning in.